Good morning, folks. I hope everybody's well. Anybody's there, if you could let me know about the audio, that would be great. I would appreciate a tip on whether the microphone's good or not. I apologize for the angle that I'm down here and Ben's up here. It's the only way to get him in at the angle that I'm at because I'm sitting in my living room today. Oh, good. Glad the audio's all right. Thank you. Joining you from my living room, which I don't usually do, but I've got my spouse here. He's not going to be featured in the video, but he said he'd hang out with me and watch The Force Awakens today. Always a good day when family can sit down and watch a Star Wars movie together. All right. So we're a little early, but I figured I'd get online and make sure everything's working. Hope folks are excited. What do I need? I'm going to need my clock so that we all know when we're lined up. I'm so excited. I haven't watched The Force Awakens in quite a while. And I don't think I've done a marathon of the sequels before. I've watched them in close proximity, but not this close. So that's going to be fun. If you hear a little bit of click, click, clicking, that's going to be my dog. Maybe she needs her nails trimmed. I don't know. But she's a cutie pie. Good morning. Lovely to see folks. I'm looking forward to watching this with everyone. Now, I'm sure we're all here to have a good time, but in the chat box, I have posted kind of a set of just watch party expectations that I like to share when I've got some hair doing something exciting. When I'm hosting a watch party, only because yeah, hi, Purple. Good to see you. Ben's here. He says hi too, I'm sure. But I threw some watch party expectations in the chat box only because, yeah, I'm sure we're all here for a good time. But if there's anyone who arrives and who isn't sure that we're all here for a good time, then, that's my expectations are how to have a good time. Imagine you've come to my living room and you're sitting beside me on my couch right here. I've got a seat. There we go. On this side, you can sit beside me here. And just, reminding folks about what it means to step into someone's space. That's all. Hope that's okay. All right, so let me get a few things going on here. Right on. Oh, got some pictures I'm so excited to show you. Actually, we're going to get into those pictures very shortly because there's a lot of them. But let me get them all open for you. All right, we'll do a little show and tell. Hang on, there's a lot of them, like I said. Hope everybody's doing all right. Got that one. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how much there was. Okay. Right on. Almost there. Almost there, I promise. I also don't wanna start too early, but we also don't wanna take too much time because it's a long movie. I don't know if you looked at the runtime of The Force Awakens lately, but it's a good solid time. Alright, so oh my goodness, I'm just gonna have to do this because that's easier. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to get going with something that I like to do as a social services professional working in Canada. Folks who've been to my watch parties before know that I'm Canadian. And I just like to do a land acknowledgement because here in Canada, it's something we're aware of that the folks who were here before us maybe, well, absolutely did not get the treatment that they deserved. And we're currently working on trying to make it better. So I'm joining you from Treaty 9 territory, which is in Northern Ontario, and I'd like to express my thanks for the hundreds and hundreds of generations of people who kept this place beautiful, and for the people who continue to challenge industry and social norms to ensure that this place stays beautiful. And I hope they consider me an ally. At least I strive to be. So let's share a few fun things. So last week, Rachel of Jakku, who's going to be hosting the Rise of Skywalker tomorrow, and I kind of went out on our social media channels and asked people to share. What are some things that you love about The Force Awakens? And so I'm really excited to share with you some of the things that came back to us. And these are in no particular order. These are just things that I thought were beautiful. So this person said, to be honest, most of The Force Awakens, the completion of Han's arc, being people being pulled to the dark and the light, and of course the major pressure, that this was the first Star Wars movie in quite a while to hit theaters, and the first, of course, of the Skywalker arc since Revenge of the Sith, which was a big deal. Absolutely, those were all things that were fantastic about The Force Awakens. What else did people say? Let's see. We got a few folks here. So these folks said it's genuinely a lot of fun. Absolutely, The Force Awakens is a lot of fun, and it was really cool actually to see the original cast, who we all know and love, connecting with and helping to introduce us to the new characters, which was totally awesome. And the new characters were really interesting. Absolutely, that's something that in the Hunt for Ben Solo community we talk about a lot, is that like, yes, we want more Ben Solo, but we also really appreciated all of the new people who were introduced, and we would not be sad to see more of them too. So this person says they love how they passed the torch. Absolutely, there was definitely a sense that there was a moving things forward kind of vibe going on, and introducing us to a whole new world, if you'll pardon the Disney joke. And we were very happy about it. A fantasy aesthetic. Yeah, that is actually true. A lot of the imagery was very, very fantasy kind of oriented, and that is absolutely something that's really beautiful about it. What else have we got? We have this person chose to respond with an image, a fantastic start to a fantastic trilogy, great introduction to the cast. Oh, yes, and things like the fights and the symbolism, even symbolism in the fights, is pretty awesome, and it was absolutely a lot of fun. I'm excited to rewatch it today. What else have we got? What else did people say? Oh, this one's a short and sweet one. Nice heart. Puppets and practical effects. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how much I adore puppet and practical effects. Probably one of my favorite things about the original series and the prequels, is how they made use of practical effects. And no word of a lie, I saw Project Hail Mary in theaters twice within a week, just because I adore the puppeteering that was Rocky. So if you have not seen Project Hail Mary, what are you waiting for? Go see like some of the best practical effects that we've seen in a long time. But this person says about The Force Awakens, favorite ending scene. Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely gets us in the feels at the end of The Force Awakens. And I don't know you, but I certainly couldn't wait for the next one at the end of The Force Awakens. And definitely has fantastic music. Absolutely. I think we're going to see a whole lot of love for the music. All right, let's see what else we've got going on here. This person said, "Oh, I see another heart." This person said, "The dyad." As simple as that. Absolutely, I think that's Marlene. Absolutely. We love to see a good pairing of strong characters, and Ben and Ray are a super duper combo. We have the acting was amazing. Absolutely. I mean, that's my favorite thing. Folks who watch my videos know that coincidentally last summer I ended up watching The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker in reasonably close proximity to each other with a friend of mine who'd actually never seen Star Wars at all. And ended up going down an Adam Driver rabbit hole at the end because I was like, there must be more Ben Solo somewhere. And unfortunately, no, he's a good enough actor that he never repeated. But absolutely fantastic acting, and of course, Daisy Ridley brings Ray, to the next level of life, which is amazing. Sassy droids, absolutely. BB-8 is a tie for me, in terms of some of the most enjoyable robots in film. And I do have a soft spot for robots in film, and they are pretty top notch. Yes, and the emotional weight of some of these scenes, especially, yeah, Kylo and Han, and their scene together is pretty gripping, to say the least. Let's see what this person had to say. Cast, both old and new, absolutely, like really top-notch acting from everybody. Rise of the First Order from the Remnants of the Empire is pretty scary. Dare I say, even though this film is now 10 years old, timely. Um, to see a fascist organization rising from another one. But anyway, my spouse, who's a political scientist, kind of looking at me with some side eye there. Um, so hard to pick one thing that they love about The Force Awakens. We didn't say one thing, but certainly folks are trying to limit themselves. That's okay. Fantastic music, absolutely. So glad that John Williams came back to write the music for this movie. Reminds us of hope, totally. I might not get through all these comments just because I'm conscious of the time and I don't want to start the movie too late. But let's see what else we've got here. What else did people love? A great first act, absolutely, because it does set us up very nicely for the remaining two films. And yeah, the Han and Ben scene is just, yeah, brutal. I remember. I'm sure I wasn't the only one weeping in the theater, and I had not thought to bring Kleenex because it's a Star Wars movie. Who needs Kleenex at a Star Wars movie? But I should have had some. For a lot of folks who enjoyed the interrogation scene, absolutely. That was kind of a surprise for a lot of us. Like, whoa, what is happening here? The force scene at the end, absolutely. Lots of drama in those ones. Um, yeah, the significance of Kylo murdering Ben was, obvious from everything that we saw. Let's see if I can put up a few more here, and then we'll get the movie going in about 1 minute. So get your copy ready. So remember, you have to show your own copy. I cannot show the film for copyright reasons. So I hope everybody's got their Disney Plus or your DVD ready to go. This person said, I could go on for hours about what they love about The Force Awakens. But absolutely, yeah, Ray's introduction is just fantastic. And it shows what a great actress Daisy Ridley is because she doesn't have a word for, I think close to, well, we'll see. I think it's, 7 or 8 minutes. I don't think she says a thing, which is just shows how capable she was at carrying scenes. And let's see if I can find one more, and then we'll get our movie going. All right. And I'll show some more of these after the film. So if anybody wants to hang around, I can show some more of these after the film. Again, someone else who loved Ray's introduction, and also, of course, being reintroduced to Han and Chewie was pretty amazing. I agree. I think Han and Chewie's reintroduction to the series was like just so enjoyable and such a wonderful throwback for those of us who were fans of the old series. So let's get our clocks ready to go. Spouse, would you mind queuing up the movie? Because we're going to hit play in a second. Thank you. Nice count on the trusty spouse there. All right, so I'm going to put my clock up and I will be here. I'll be here in the chat box. I'm not going to talk because I just want to enjoy the movie with you. But I'll be here in the chat box. I've got trivia. I've got some polls for us. So please hang around and enjoy. Are you ready to go? I don't see anything on the screen. Yeah. All right, there we go. So I'm hitting play. I'll be here. See you around. All right, I think the movie's over for everybody. So thank you so much for joining. I just put in the chat box that I would like to encourage everybody to take a break and get ready for The Last Jedi, which will start in about 15 minutes. Purple Blue Stocking may even start up her stream a little bit earlier than that. I will stay here and share the remaining feedback. This recording though will also remain on my channel. So if you want to like go take a break and get ready for 2 o'clock and come back, at another time just to see the last little bit of feedback that was collected on what everybody loves about The Force Awakens, it will be here. You can just skip to the end of the video so you don't have to wait and see it live. But thanks so much for being here. And I'll look forward to seeing folks over at Purple Blue Stockings channel. All right, so pardon my dog growling in the background here. So what else did folks say about what they loved about The Force Awakens? We have votes for cinematography, music, absolutely. John Williams always comes to bring his best game. Amazing droids, absolutely. Brave Finn for sure. Um, my spouse and I actually were appreciating, Finn a lot while we were watching the movie this afternoon. I liked being introduced to the galaxy through fresh eyes. Totally. That is that actually was something that I had never articulated, but I really appreciate somebody saying that. That yeah, it's actually really awesome through the new character's eyes to see that universe. And yeah, incredible chemistry for all of the actors that were selected uh, for uh, for this show. Really, really appreciated the casting choices. Favorite scene: either Kylo stopping the blaster bolt at the beginning, totally, or when Ray catches the saber in the snow. Yes, absolutely love it when Ray. Chris, you're in the picture. Um, love that scene. Loved Ray's introduction. I counted. Actually, it was 4 minutes. I said it was 7 or 8 minutes. It was 4 minutes before she actually says anything, and she just carries that whole thing, and she's riveting. So yeah, great direction and acting from Daisy. Of course, seeing Han and Chewie again is amazing. Yeah, cinematography and soundtrack so good. What else did people love about The Force Awakens? You are audible. The scene where Han dies? Why? Okay. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, great cinema in that scene where Kylo establishes himself as the big bad for sure for the trilogy. Um, Here we have a lot of great comedy. Yes, that's true. The Force Awakens does have some really good funny moments. Um, and yes, that scene where the rebellion comes to the rescue at Maz's is pretty spectacular. What else do we have here? We have sound design. Oh my gosh, yes, the sound design on all three of these films was just spectacular. Because remember, so much of what we actually hear is sort of out of our awareness, but still really important for making it sound realistic. So yeah, absolutely. Kudos to all the Foley artists. It's called Foley, I believe. All the Foley artists who work on these incredible movies to make it sound real. Reintroduction to Star Wars, totally awesome. First Star Wars crush was Poe. I mean, you have to love Poe, absolutely. A stormtrooper who could possibly be a force sensitive or maybe become a Jedi, absolutely. I really do, would love to see if there's a Ray movie. Well, we know there's a Ray movie in the works. Would really love it if Finn's in there to see that maybe he's been able to do something with that hint that he is force sensitive. What else do people love? The new generation of characters. Yes. Han comes full circle and tells Ray it's all true. Yes, I had chills in the movie theater. It's all true, all of it. The Force, the Jedi, everything. Love that bit. Yes, the X-wings racing across that lake on Takodana. Yeah, it's totally amazing. And then yes, when Ray meets Luke, I have to admit, I was actually surprised that they built him in because I was like, what are we sitting here for another 2 hours? Like, how much movie did I pay for? But yeah, it was super exciting to see Luke Skywalker. I was thrilled. I adore Luke, and so I was really excited to see him in that movie. Amazing soundtrack, amazing lightsaber fights, and the Poe and Finn dynamic. Yes, that's something my spouse and I were talking about quite a bit. It's just like, man, would be amazing to see more of Finn and Poe because John Boyega and Oscar Isaac were just so good together. Um, Came back to Star Wars after being absent, and of course, Ray is an incredible character. Absolutely, I've just got a couple more of these. And again, you can always come back and watch the video later. You don't have to stay if you want to take a break to get ready for The Last Jedi. The Force Awakens was hand focused, and we hadn't, of course, really seen Han, Chewie, and the Falcon together since The Empire Strikes Back. That's true because Lando spends more time on the Falcon is the pilot of the Falcon because Han was not well in the Return of the Jedi. Um, our favorite scoundrel, yeah, absolutely. Han is definitely our favorite scoundrel, and it is always awesome to see him in anything. What else? Yes, the practical effect of bread rising is really cool. I actually didn't realize that. I learned that in the chat box that was a practical effect, that it wasn't the bread rising wasn't CG. It was pretty magical. I love that. What else do we have? The interrogation scene. I mean, I expected my spouse to tease me because I mean, my husband has to share a house with Ben Solo now. And so I expected some jokes during the interrogation scene, but we were both still sitting there breathless, seeing, even though we both know what happens, still, because it's just so well done. Um, what else? Most fun. Yeah, absolutely. The TFA is probably, the one with the most nail biting excitement, in my opinion, anyway. I don't know about the person who posted, but uh, yes, my spouse does have to share a house with pencil. Um, Knew that the film came out before Ray had the force. Yeah, in the advertisements, I do remember it wasn't clear. Like, can she? Can't she? And it was pretty exciting when we finally got that payoff. Visuals, amazing. Scavenger is my favorite Star Wars song. It's a beautiful song. I'm with you there. Um, Love the intensity that it has. Absolutely. So scary when Finn sees his fellow stormtroopers die. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because we kind of think of them as MacGuffins, but yeah, wait, there's real people under those white uniforms, right? Like, it's scary. And then yeah, Kylo Ren, like an incredible villain. My spouse will say a villain wasted. I The Rise of Skywalker is still my favorite. I will die on that hill. But just don't pay too close attention to the details. Just kind of block your ears a little bit so you don't hear everything, and it's much better. Um yeah, no slow parts. There were definitely no slow parts in The Force Awakens. Absolutely. There was nothing slow in there. That was a wild ride. Love how much fun the movie is. Absolutely, and family friendly. Yeah, I would definitely say The Force Awakens was in my opinion, of the three, probably the most fun if you were bringing kids, because again, the nonstop action. It's reasonably lighthearted. Of course, there's some serious stuff, but pretty good. Yeah, that intro scene is amazing. Yeah, it really establishes character about who everybody is right at the beginning. Uh, what else? I got two more. All right, we're down to two more. The music. Oh gosh, yes. The can't beat a John Williams score. And I joke, with my husband that in every movie where John Williams does the score, you can always tell it's John Williams because there's just like such a distinct theme, and there's always some ba ba. He loves his horns stuff and stuff. But I'm never mad, even though it's the John Williams did this music. Never mad, never for 1 second mad about a John Williams score, even though there's you always know it's him. Yes, and Poe instantly likable. So hopefully there's some Poe in the Ray movie because that would be amazing. Yes, Kylo Ren's theme song is actually my cell phone ringtone. It actually works surprisingly well. So because it's kind of subtle, so even if it goes off in public, it's kind of subtle. It's not obnoxious, and but it definitely gets attention. So I wish everyone a wonderful afternoon. I'm going to pop over to The Last Jedi. I will see you there. Bye.